Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout 3. Last time we completed the Waters of Life, we explored the Citadel, and we hit level 30, which combined opens up really the rest of the game to us. We're now free to go pursue the attribute bobbleheads, which will really be my main target to get all my special stats up to 10. We'll also do plenty of questing along the way. First attribute bobblehead is very easy for us to find. All we need to do is go stealth mode, pop the door to Lucas Sims's house, head upstairs, take the Bobblehead-Strength off of the desk. The inscription on the base reads, "It's essential to give your arguments impact. Your strength has been permanently increased by 1. And just like that, we've got 10 strength. 300 pounds of carry weight. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? At this point, we have finally done everything there is to do in Megaton. So if you've been waiting, because you want to live in Tenpenny Tower, at this point, you're safe to blow it up. Now then, let's examine what's available to us. The expansions, Head of State, Agatha's Song, Stealing Independence. In addition, there are quests we haven't started yet. We need to go to the Museum of History / the Ghoul City of Underworld. We'll be there anyway for Head of State, but we will also, just go there of our own accord. As we explore Underworld, we'll pick up a quest called You Gotta Shoot 'Em in the Head, which will ultimately send us to Fort Constantine, where we get the Big Guns bobblehead, which you'll note we still don't have. Another quest I haven't started yet is Oasis, up in the north. We can do that one. And in addition to all of that, remember, after we completed the Waters of Life, when we got back here, the Vault 101 emergency frequency popped up. Let's give it a listen.
This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101. Message begins.
It feels like you left home a long time ago, but I know you're still out there. I just hope you're still alive to hear this. Things got worse after you left. My father's gone mad with power. If you can hear this, please stop looking for your dad and help stop mine. I changed the door password to my name. If you're hearing this...
Turn to Vault 101. Okay, let's do that. This one's short and sweet. We might as well knock it out, so this area stays clear, damn it. Dog meat's hanging out over here. Come on, dog meat, let's go. I actually want to put him back in my house. He'll be safe there. He's pretty safe here outside Vault 101 too, but I prefer to have him at home. Poor little fella. Alright. Now, Let's head back inside. Vault 101 PA system signal found. Oh, it's just like we left it. Password Amada entered. Completed. Return to Vault 101. Learn what happened to Vault 101. Notice, exit prohibited by Overseer, strictly enforced. Well, there's the body of Jim Wilkins. It's not a good sign. Nobody we met in the prologue, but there he is. Saw a red hash mark. Ah, it's just a rad roach. We won't really engage in much combat in this quest. It's an option, but we personally won't. There's the body of Steve Armstrong. Well, he's got a stealth boy. That's something. Ow. Good old Vault 101 security helmet. Let's head through the only way that seems to be open.
Stop right there. I don't know how you got in here, but... Hold on. Wait a minute. It's you! I hardly recognized you with all the dust and grime from out there. Guess that explains how you got that door open. You've got more experience with it than most everyone down here combined.
I need to talk with Amada. I got her message.
Amada's message? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd keep that under your hat for her sake. She could get in real trouble if people found out she sent you a message. So could I, just for talking with you now.
What sort of trouble do you mean?
Let me bring you up to speed. It seems like it's been a mighty long time. The night you and your dad left, everything went crazy. Between the bugs and the confusion, we lost a lot of people. When your dad opened up that gate, he let loose a whole lot of crap, if you'll pardon my language.
Dad would be horrified to know all that if he were still alive.
I'm sorry to hear that. Regardless of how things turned out down here, he was a good friend. I always figured he'd do well outside. Matter of fact, a lot of folks started thinking he had the right idea. He usually did. So, if it was safe out there, why stay down here forever? Well, the Overseer didn't like that one bit, and started cracking down on that sort of thought. Guess he didn't plan on you coming back.
So what now?
I probably ought to put you under arrest and take you into the Overseer, but frankly, I know better than to try that. Meanwhile, some of your old friends think opening the vault is a good idea. I bet those rebels would like a word with you, now more than ever. Of course, if you want, you can just walk away as if you were never here. Out of respect for your dad, I won't even tell anyone I saw you.
Completed. Learn what happened to Vault 101. End Vault 101's troubles. Wait, why don't the rebels just leave?
It's not that they want to leave. It's that they want to open the door and interact with the rest of the world. But that would risk the whole vault.
Can you lead me somewhere?
I guess you've had a lot on your mind since you were here last. Where do you want to go?
Never mind.
Okay, then.
I'll just leave him here.
I really shouldn't be seen talking with you, you know. What do you want?
I'll go see what I can do about all of this.
Well, okay. Just be careful down here. The vault's changed, I tell you.
Alright, well, let's peek in the old storage rooms. Got more roaches. And not much else in this one. Let's cross over to the other. Oh, a suitcase. It's empty. There was only the first aid box in here before, and it appears to have disappeared. Go figure. Oh, but there is a rad roach. Plenty of those, it seems, if nothing else. Oh, let's just head on into the atrium. Officer
You don't belong
Goombas.
here anymore.
That's it over. We're opening that door. And to hell with the Overseer's rules.
You know I can't do that, Freddy. Now get back down below before I have to do something we'll both regret.
What? You gonna lock me up like you did to Broch? You can't cage a tunnel snake, man, because we rule!
Stay back!
Taylor, stop shooting!
Don't you know enough to stay away?
You almost shot Freddy.
I didn't mean to fire. I really didn't. I just wanted to scare him off. But he had a knife. I can't be too careful with those rebels.
Tell me about the rebels.
I tell you, I'm scared of them. I never know when they're gonna try something dangerous.
What happened down here?
I lost my poor wife Agnes is what happened. And all the chaos and fighting, her old ticker just couldn't take it anymore.
I have to go now.
Yes, you do.
Shooting, damn it! I guess you can see how bad things are down here. Sorry, where were we going?
Alrighty. The door to the lower level. There's Homeboy the Overseer. The door to the lower level. This one's just a door, but not a lot we can do, and that one's inaccessible. Let's go to the upper level first. That one's inaccessible. That one's inaccessible. Let's go the same way we went during escape, I guess. Toward the admin wing. Well, we do have a bunch of cans here. It's something remotely useful.
You never should have left, kid. Now we'll make sure nobody ever leaves again.
Officer Wilkins. That was a very unfortunate decision. Jail cell password. Jail cell password, Stockholm. Alrighty. Let's check this room out. Not seeing much. We'll just keep on going. Got a stim pack. Seem to have restocked all the pre-war money I stole on my way out. That's interesting. Another copy of the jail cell password. And a bunch of useless stuff. Average lock on the door, or we can just activate the desk terminal. Unlock cell door. Confidential. Top level security only from Chief Officer. Subject, raid on rebels. In light of increased agitation from the rebel elements, I have come to the conclusion that we can no longer afford to be merciful to this scum. While some may hold out hope for a peaceful resolution, it's only a matter of time before they decide to take the fight to us, or worse yet, our families. I propose a midnight raid into their compound. Live ammo, zero tolerance. Make an example of the first two who fight back, and the rest will fall in line. We may lose a kid or two, but we'll save the vault as a whole, and that's what counts. You are not to inform the Overseer and some of our softer security guards about this plan, as they will only object and ensure our defeat. Once the deal's done, they'll see it was worth the price. This'll show those scum what happens when you step out of line in our vault. Shit's getting real. Let's pop into the jail cell.
It's good to see you again.
It's Mr. Broch.
It's been a while, kid. I guess the goat couldn't have predicted how you'd turn out, could it? Remind me to add a question about rescuing your teacher from the vault jail. If the vault ever goes back to normal, that is. By the way, while I was in there, I heard some worrying things from the guards.
What did you hear from the guards?
I heard one of the guards talking about some sort of plan to raid Amata and the rest of us. I didn't hear anything else, but I think he read it on the security terminal. So maybe you can find more there. I'm sure it's bad news for us all.
Tell me about the rebels.
Most of them are just kids who are caught up in the idea of seeing the world. But I know we've got to actually open the vault if we want to survive. Otherwise, we're just going to dwindle away down here until it's all too late.
What happened down here?
It was pretty rough, I'll tell you. I know a lot of folks blame your dad. But I know he didn't mean to cause all that. Don't blame him or yourself.
I have to go now.
Watch yourself down here.
Let's head this way. There's an entrance to the lower level. Looks like we can't go to the computer room. Here's where Jonas was killed. Check out the Overseer and Amata's bedrooms. Still bobby pins in Amata's dresser. Ammo and the Overseer's office key, which I think we ought to still have, but... Now that would be stealing, apparently. View external contact report. The Vault recently received unexpected radio contact over the governmental Vault-Tec frequency from an organization calling itself the Enclave. Governmental codes are valid according to the Vault's ancient records, and the Enclave put forth an offer of amnesty and unity with the official remnants of the American government in exchange for access to the Vault and its data stores. They claim that our Vault passwords no longer match their records, preventing them from extending their offer in person. After brief negotiation, I have refused entrance to this enclave. I cannot trust my vault and its inhabitants to an unknown factor, much less one that would so gallantly suggest abandoning our vault's great mission. All the more reason to prevent the rebels from opening the vault to the likes of them. View security dossiers. Rebels. An alliance of rebels has formed in my vault, dedicated to the wholly destructive goal of reopening the vault to the outside world. Amata and Edwin Broch are the leaders of the band, with those ridiculous tunnel snakes making up its muscle, along with a handful of other youths and naive idealists. Attempts to isolate and demoralize the group are proceeding apace. Edwin Broch has been jailed for his attempt to lead a direct attempt to open the vault's door, and their members have holed up in the old clinic and schoolroom. Their dwindling food and proximity to the dangerous Dr. Andy are sure to drain the morale from their rebellion until they give up and are welcomed back into our happy family again. Amata. It pains me dearly to know that Amata is behind the rebellious element in my vault. If she weren't their leader, it would be a simple matter to break their spirits and bring them back in line with the vault's time-proven isolation plan. But with her as a central figure in their rebellion, I must refrain from the more persuasive tactics at security's disposal. I will not repeat the mistakes of that night again. The vault cannot afford it, and I cannot bear to drive my daughter further away from me. Despite everything, I take great pride in her natural talent for leadership. When she inevitably comes around, I feel she will make a worthy successor to the position of overseer. View scouting reports. Okay, these are still the same as they were. Vault Tech instructions are still the same as they were. Open Overseer's tunnel. Oh. Note added. Contact report Enclave. Raid plans. Don't worry, we'll talk to the Overseer in a second. I'm just curious to see if there's anything in the tunnel or not. The good karma route to victory is to pass a pretty darn difficult speech check with the Overseer. The option will come up, but I want to talk to the rebels before I resolve the quest, so I'll skip the speech check and just speak with him.
Well, I see you've returned. Done with the dust and ruins of the wasteland, are you? Given up looking for Daddy? Thought you could just slink back in like a teen missing curfew? Well, that's too bad. You have no future in this vault. You're tainted.
Lay off the evil banter. I'm just curious about your side of all this.
Really? And here I had expected you to be full of bullets and bravado, but short on brains. Perhaps you've grown up since you left our vault. I regret the unfortunate events of that night, but I'm afraid that once your father left us, they were unavoidable. The sad truth is that his actions presented a real and direct threat to the future success of our vault, and so, regrettably, they had to be opposed.
Do you have any idea why my father left the vault in the first place?
I've spent many nights asking myself exactly that. He certainly didn't tell me before he left. I blame myself, really. I should have known better than to let him enter our home in the first place. He certainly showed his true colors in the end. Were he raised in the cleanliness of our vault, perhaps your father would have shown more dedication to the important things in life. Just as well that he left. We mustn't let humanity's last pure specimens be sullied with his type.
At least my father didn't hide from the outside his whole life.
No, but he didn't risk bringing you out into it either. You have to wonder, is that why he left you behind? He wanted to know you were someplace safe? And then, like a fool, you squandered the greatest gift he ever left you.
Why are they rebelling?
I just don't know. Don't they realize how dangerous it is out there? But instead they would throw away the safety of the vault's isolation just to follow in your footsteps. I can't allow them to do that to themselves or to the rest of us.
I believe I have the solution to the vault's problems.
To fix what you started? Go ahead and humor me.
Can try to put a stop to the rebels, try to convince him the rebels are right. On second thought, I'm not sure.
Of course you aren't.
I have to go, now.
Yes, I should say that you do.
Alright, let's go chat with the rebels. Take this door down to the lower level. Ah, the dining hall. Pepper
Why
Gomez.
won't you just leave us alone? You've done...
Can't you just leave us alone?
Tell me about the rebels.
Those kids are risking our entire vault just because they're bored. It's horrible.
What happened down here?
The bugs were horrible, but my family was pretty lucky. But then my Freddy went and got caught up with those idiot rebels.
I have to go now.
Why don't you look where you're going?
Janice Wilkins is dead. Interesting.
You don't belong here anymore.
Don't think we were able to access these particular apartments before, but there's nothing too thrilling about any of them,
You don't belong here anymore.
as you can see. Here is Butch's old house, and there's his mom, Ellen
You don't belong here
Deloria.
anymore.
Let's talk to her.
You're back again?
Tell me about the rebels.
They're a bunch of hellions, that's what they are. I'm at my wit's end about them. I really am.
What happened down here?
It's all kind of blurry for me. But I hear I owe you for saving me. But don't expect much. The whole thing was your dad's fault in the first place.
I have to go now.
Yes, you do.
That's fine. Let's check the bathrooms. And the outside areas. Let's check the men's room too. This storage room was locked before. There's a dead man named Chip Taylor. Ah, we're back here. Let's check mine and Dad's old place.
Why won't you just leave us alone? You've done enough damage.
It's Wally
Why
Mack.
won't you just leave us alone? Oh boy, are you in trouble?
Tell me about the rebels.
What do you expect from idiots like them? I'm just glad I was done with Butch's stupid gang before they got involved in all this.
What happened down here?
You should have seen my pop. He personally saved old Stanley. But guess you wouldn't know what it's like to have a hero for a dad, would you?
Have to go now.
Yes, you do.
What's up these stairs? This door. Fair enough. So we've got the reactor level, and we've still got these
Why won't you
stairs
just leave us alone? You've done enough
up to the classroom and the doctor's office or the clinic, where the rebels supposedly are.
Damn. Look who's come waltzing back into the vault. It takes some real balls coming back here after everything you and your dad screwed up. But if you've got to be back, might as well make yourself useful. You gotta help us.
Help? What kind of help?
What sort of help do you think I mean? You must have heard about the changes since you left, right? The deaths, the lies, the whole Overseer lockdown thing? Ringing any bells? Man, they'd have rushed in here long ago if they didn't know I stole one of their guns from when they issued martial law. Anyway, you gotta help us get out of here. You gotta help me get out of here.
Why do you need to get out of here so badly?
Because anything up there has got to be better than a lifetime of the same thing down here. Think about it, man. Down here, I'll always be stuck with the same job, with the same food, with the same people forever. You and your dad had the right idea. Get out of this pit and make your own life.
Butch, what do you do in the vault?
The damn goat said I'm supposed to be a hairdresser, but that ain't me. I'm a barber, you got that? There's a difference.
Can you give me a haircut?
Okay, hold still.
You sure can. That's funny. What do you think you're going to do outside, Butch?
I'll start a gang, of course. Why, it'll be the toughest, coolest, badassest gang the Wasteland's ever seen. Hey, play your cards right, maybe I'll even let you join it, huh?
You have no idea how many gangs of idiot raiders are out there.
Well, they ain't seen nothing like me yet. Butcher's gonna take that wasteland by storm.
Why should I help you, Butch?
Because you've always been a goody two-shoes. So when I need help, it's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna help Amada anyway, right? Just make it so we can leave the vault, and I'll leave and never bother you again.
What happened that night?
I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad, yet. But he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh?
I'll be going now. Oh, optional. Sabotage Vault 101. I'll be going now.
Catch you later. Maybe.
If we do that, pretty much everyone ends up dead. It's not a very karmically satisfying option, I'll put it that way. Let's have a look in the classroom.
I never thought you'd be back. Hey, good to see you again.
Freddy Gomez, I can't believe they almost shot you.
I tell you, those guards are getting nastier every day. One of these days is going to turn real ugly. But I'll be ready for it.
Tell me about the rebels.
The Overseer thinks he's in charge of us, just because it's his job? Well, nuts to that. We do what we want, and we want to open the vault.
What happened down here?
Paul got bit real bad by some of those rad roaches, but he thought he could tough it out. If we'd had a doctor to treat him, he might still be here.
I have to go now.
Yeah, see you.
Let's see. Susie
It's
Mack.
good to see you. You're alive!
Tell me about the rebels.
I hate that this whole thing has turned us against our families. But we just can't keep living down here forever. I mean, look at this place.
What happened down here?
A lot of security got wounded, and worse. In all the confusion, we still don't know who's responsible for some of them.
See you later.
Bye.
And
Hello.
here is Christine Kendall.
Wow, you're back.
Tell me about the rebels.
I wouldn't call us rebels. I mean, we don't agree with the Overseer, but we still love the vault. We just want to try going outside, too.
What happened down here?
Mom and little Monica got caught in the fires. I tried to get them out, I really did. But it was just too hot. I know it wasn't your fault, but my dad doesn't think as highly of you. You wouldn't want to hear what he said he'd do to your dad, either.
See you later.
Bye.
Alright.
Hello.
Well, first, let's see about this. Well, okay. It's barricaded. Let's check out the old clinic.
Hey, be more careful. Oh my god, you're back!
You got my message and actually came back!
I came as soon as I heard you were in trouble.
Oh, thank you! Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you can help set things straight.
You saved my life back then, Amata. The least I can do is help out now.
I just wish we could have saved more people. Jonas and the Hannons and so many others died that night. It was bad enough they died because my father was trying to keep the door closed. But then, I found out it was all to protect a lie. I found out the vault wasn't always closed. They've lied to us about it for our entire lives.
What? How did you find that out?
After that night, I heard Wally's father say we should never have taken you or your dad into the vault. I found out the vault used to be open, but for some reason, they closed it off when we were babies and swore to hide that it had ever happened. But keeping that lie meant Jonas's death. And even though we know the truth, the Overseer still won't let us make our own decisions.
I hear some of you have been hoping to go outside. That's pretty crazy, too.
Are you honestly comparing maybe we should look for help with stay in an underground bunker all your life or I'll kill you? Obviously, I don't know what's out there, but it can't hurt to take a look, right?
There's more out there than we ever imagined, good, bad, and in between.
And all this time, we're living in a tiny world that's been falling apart for 200 years. If we don't take a chance out there, we're just going to die down here. But none of that can happen while my father's got the place locked down. Please, something has to be done. You know that better than anyone.
What happened that night?
The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died. Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs, and he hasn't exactly got the best bedside manner. Ever had an examination from someone with cold, metal pincers? You don't want to.
Why don't you just leave? There's not much security.
Don't you get it? We don't want to abandon the vault. We want to open it. We still want this to be our home, but we want to get supplies from outside. Trading, exploring, anything's better than just hiding down here.
I think I have a solution for the vault's troubles.
I certainly hope so. We can't keep going on like this.
I swear I'll stop your father and his guards. Just watch.
You will? Thank goodness for that. No matter what I say, he just doesn't listen. He just spends all day up in his office. But you've actually been outside, so you can tell him what it's like with first-hand experience. Just, please don't do anything rash or hurt him, all right?
Stop the Overseer. You know violence isn't my style, Amata. Don't worry.
I should have remembered. I was just worried. I don't know, maybe your time outside had changed you. Thanks, and good luck talking to him. Let me know when you change his mind. I hope you're making progress with my father. I can't imagine anyone else who would convince him we should venture outside.
I have to go now.
Be careful.
Alrighty. Let's check out the clinic while we're here. Here's old lady Palmer.
Oh, it's good to see you're back from outside. It can be dangerous out there for someone your age.
Tell me about the rebels.
Oh, dear. We aren't asking for anything special. The vault's been open before, but for some reason everyone tries to pretend it wasn't. I guess they try to forget the poor souls who never came back from out there.
What happened down here?
My poor grandson Jonas died is what happened. They say it was just an accident in all the confusion, but I know it was the Overseer.
I have to go now.
Oh, please be careful.
Alrighty. Who else is in here? Well, we got stim packs. That's something. Oh, Mr. Broch made his way back down. Let's head into Dad's old office. Andy!
Ah, another patient. What's it to be, eh? Appendectomy? Tonsillectomy? Hysterectomy?
So what's your take on this whole situation?
Human problems for human hearth. I don't trouble myself with such petty affairs. My work is my life. And, as you can see, I've been quite busy.
Andy, what happened? All this blood.
Yes, a rather unfortunate incident. In all the commotion, Miss Beatrice suffered a rather bad sprain in her left toe. The big one. Obviously, I had no choice but to amputate the leg. Yeah, I'm sorry to say the operation was not a success.
Wait, they made you the doctor?
But of course, with your father's departure from the vault and Jonas's untimely demise, the Overseer had to take swift action. And so he named me the new Vault Medical Practitioner. A marvelous decision, if I do say so myself. I am fully equipped, after all.
If you're the new doctor, can you heal me? No, I have to go now.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Well, there's poor dead Beatrice. Vault 101 medical data system is still the same as when we left. Now, of course, we can open Dad's framed quote. There was no way to do it during the prologue. 300 caps, rocket launcher schematics, and a note, Home Sweet Home. Our schematic has been improved. Now improved to 20%. Home Sweet Home.
Well, here we are. Nestled all safe and snug inside Vault 101. It's so cold down here. Colder still with Catherine gone. Oh, Catherine. I so wish you were here with me. How the hell am I supposed to do this by myself? Live down in this hole. Take care of our child. But this is our life now. So I guess I'd better get used to it. The overseer who runs the place is an overbearing bully. But I've dealt with worse.
Alright, so let me run you through your options. You have 3. You can convince the rebels to give up, in which case, I believe you lose karma. You get, the overseer will either give you some food, food and ammo, which gets you 15 cram and some 5mm rounds, or you get a modified utility jumpsuit if you ask for technology. If you convince the overseer to open the vault, you get good karma and the modified utility jumpsuit from Amada. If we sabotage the vault, we get none of those rewards. We definitely lose karma. But Butch appears in the Muddy Rudder Bar in Rivet City and can be recruited as a follower so long as our karma is neutral. I'll be going the good route. Not that it really matters. This quest is,
I never thought you'd be back.
it seems very underdeveloped to me, to be quite frank, but
Man, I sure wish we could blow this joint.
the, what was I gonna say? I forgot. But it's here. In a fairly short video, we're taking care of it. Let's pop down to the sub-level just to explore around before we go resolve everything. Most of this, what was never accessible before. Of course, here's where Dad and Jonas set up our BB gun target range. Back when we turned 10. Can't go that way. Just leaves the door to the filter room. Let's see what's down here. A lot of cans. There's old... Hey, a first aid box. Something useful, at least. Nothing in there. We'll chat with Stanley on our way out. Let's go see what else is back here. Couple of grenades. Looks like Stanley's been hitting the sauce pretty hard. Here's the Vault 101 maintenance terminal. Let's go ahead and hack into it. We don't actually have to sabotage anything just because we hacked it. Right, and it doesn't end in ED. Right, and that might be it. It is. Good. It's weird not getting experience anymore. Test hydroponics systems. Hydroponics fully functional. Test air filtration systems. Filtration systems fully functional. Begin water chip service. That, I think, we don't need to mess with. Let's have a chat with Stanley.
I don't know that I should be talking with you.
Tell me about the rebels.
It's just a phase they're going through. Every kid thinks they want to leave the vault at some point, but we all grew out of it.
What happened down here?
With all of the bugs and fires, there was an awful lot of strain on the systems down on the reactor level. Our water chip's pretty delicate right now, but I'm working on setting her right again.
I have to go now.
Yes, you do.
Alright. Let's go past the Overseer's speech check and wrap things up in Vault 101 for good. Where'd he go? No, seriously, where'd he go? Now I'm confused. He ought to be in his office. Where the hell is he? Guess he's wandered into the security room. Oh, this is where he sleeps.
You don't belong here anymore.
Alright.
What do you want?
The rebels are upset because you lied to them about the outside.
They have to understand that we did that to keep them from going outside and getting killed. To keep them from making the same mistake our generation did when we were their age. Some of us already lost loved ones out there long ago. We won't lose any more today.
I believe I have the solution to the Vault's problems.
To fix?
The rebels are right. You need to open the Vault.
Oh, do you? What makes you think you know how better to protect this vault?
You can't even keep your security in line. They're planning to raid the rebels. I'll find a way to convince you, just wait. Or, you simply don't have enough people to stay isolated down here forever.
I admit, in the 200 years since the war, our numbers have dwindled a little. But we have enough genetic diversity for a few more generations. My God, you're right. We won't last another 100 years, whether or not we get supplies from the outside. We're the last bastion of pure humanity, and we're doomed.
Humanity isn't about pure genetics. It's about never giving up hope, even now.
I wish I could share your optimism, but I suppose you have a point, in your blathering way. My way won't save our vault's mission, but if I let them contact the outside world, I might be able to save its inhabitants. But I'm not the one to lead them in that. I'm stepping down as overseer. I'll tell Amata that I can think of no more appropriate leader than she.
Completed. End Vault 101's troubles. Completed.
Amata,
Stop the Overseer.
everyone, listen closely. After a discussion with your friend, I've made an important decision. In my attempts to keep us all safe, I have been, perhaps, overzealous. Lives have been lost, but by that, and in my attempts to keep you safe, I have kept you from growing up. I know I have made these mistakes, and I would make them again if I had to do so.
Now it's just talk to Amata.
That is why I cannot remain your overseer.
Father!
Amata, I appoint you overseer in my place. You've proven you have what it takes to make hard choices for the good of the vaults. I'm just sorry I didn't understand that earlier. Consider it one of many mistakes I've made.
Thank you, Father. I'll do my best to keep us all safe, inside the vault and beyond.
You're welcome, my dear. And now, if you'll excuse me, I feel quite worn down. We'll deal with the details soon, in private. Until then, I'm sure there are people waiting to congratulate you.
It's good to see you again.
I just heard. My father says he's stepping down as overseer. He won't tell me why, but I have to assume it's something you said to him.
Completed. Talk to Amata. I just had a little talk with him and explained a few things, all quite civil.
You and him? Civil? I expected you to change out in the wasteland, but not that much. But I guess we'll all be learning a bit about the outside now, won't we? As the new overseer, I'm planning on opening the vault. This time, for good. It's a bright new day for the vault, but I'm afraid there's one thing that has to change.
Whatever it is, I'm glad to help.
I know you are, and on behalf of the vault, I thank you for all you've done. But there are still many who blame you for everything that happened. So I have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry, but the situation is just too delicate for you to stay. Please, if you really want to help the vault, you have to go.
This is kind of a little nod to Fallout 1 as well. I understand. Goodbye, Amata.
We can never really thank you enough for everything you've done. It's not much, but take this with you, to remember us by. It'll be a while before we're actually ready to go outside. But once the vault is stable again, maybe we'll see you out there. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. But with luck, we'll meet again.
Modified utility jumpsuit added.
I never thought you'd be back.
Leave Vault 101 forever.
Evening.
Good riddance.
I'm sorry, but you have to leave.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We'll miss you.
Goodbye. We'll miss
Goodbye.
you.
Oh, back again, hmm?
We'll miss you.
Alright. If you, for whatever reason...
Man, it's a shame you gotta go. But you'll do okay out there, I'm sure.
If for whatever reason you didn't get the bobblehead medicine on your first attempt, or say you... well, you couldn't have gotten the schematic. This time we're really locked out for good, so make sure you have everything you need. Really, those are the only two things that might matter. Let's have a look at our modified utility jumpsuit. +1 luck, +10 rad resistance, +5 repair. It's a neat little unique piece of clothing.
It's a shame you've got to go, but you'll do okay out there, I'm sure.
Cafeteria.
Cut it out! Good riddance. Get out.
Out we go again. Quest completed. Trouble on the home front. Alright. That little diversion taken care of. Let's go offload. And then we'll call it good for this video. What goes in here? Conductors, batteries, sensors, cans, and wonder glue. Alrighty. Modified utility jumpsuit can go in there. We did find a couple of frag grenades. I'm going to rearm my shotgun because we're heading back into hostile territory now. Well, next time, I should say. I don't think we soaked up any rads or took any damage, but we'll do this anyway. Let's pop outside and visit the caravans. So, next time, we're going to do, well, we're going to do quite a lot. We're going to head through Anacostia Crossing Station. We're going to go clear the Museum of History and check out the Ghoul City of Underworld. We're going to do You Gotta Shoot 'Em in the Head. So that'll get us all the way, that'll get us in several different places. It'll send us to the, apart from Underworld, Museum of History itself, it'll send us to Dukoff's place, which is on our map, but not a place we've actually explored. It'll send us up north to the Republic of Dave, where, as an aside, we can grab the Bobblehead Perception. We'll hit the Greener Pastures disposal site while we're up there for the Bobblehead Agility.
Here to see the good doctor?
We're going to do a lot of stuff, basically.
For a
We're going to explore up north in earnest after we hit the Museum of History and check out the City of Underworld. And we'll complete some quests and find some bobbleheads as we go. Until then, this has been Let's Play Fallout 3. We accomplished trouble on the home front, and don't forget, we got the Bobblehead-Strength. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.